Folks, welcome back to NASCAR Heat 5. We finished really well in the last race. We've made an adjustment before the end of last race, and that was to set their tire wear back to normal. I had it set to more effect, and I turned it down back to normal because I felt like we were really taking advantage of that, and it was not very realistic. So we've got the Production Alliance Group 300 at Auto Club Speedway. 75 laps, as you're aware, no stages, half the race distance, and the drivers of the other cars are less stable. It amounted to just a few cautions in the last race, but it's more fun, and you have more of an opportunity for green flag pit stops, and I like that, so that's what I selected. Anyway, let's get out there, become acclimated with the track. We'll see you at qualifying. All right. We achieved the goal, got our $130. What's up? Taking the whole team out for fast food. Not enough to even go to Red Robin with the whole team. Anyway, let's qualify.
One lap to go.
Here we go. Qualifying effort underway. So we go into 1 and 2. Up and down to about half throttle and try to hang on to it. I don't know. I don't practice enough to get into a groove. And so I don't qualify super well, but we also don't have a car great enough to qualify super well. So I just kind of am like, whatever's clever here, and hope we end up doing well by the end of it. But car actually feels a little tight. We'll leave it alone. I don't really want to mess with it. I don't feel, I got to just sit down and talk to some people or watch some stuff to become more, wow, we actually had a pretty good lap. Become more acclimated with the settings. Like, I've seen some people that are just like, I'm going to touch this, I'm going to mess with that. And I'm like, I'm not touching anything. Where's my crew chief? You know, like, that's how I feel. So hopefully having a chat or watching some YouTube stuff where it's explained really well will make me feel more comfortable about messing with setups. Ryan Sieg, Chase Briscoe, Noah Gregson, Brandon Jones, and Justin Allgaier, all in your top 5. Got 75 laps here at Auto Club Speedway. Chad Fincham had to replace his transmission before the race. To the back with him. Matt Mills failed pre-race inspection. To the back with him. Ryan Sieg, pole winner. Way to rub it in everyone's face. Nothing like being humble, right, friend?
Ready? Green's out, man. Let's go.
All right, get through the gears. Bring this bad boy up here. What do we have before I do that? 20 laps per run. We have got a... what is that? Josh Williams on our outside. Josh Palicki directly in front of us. Well, not anymore. Well, I gave him plenty of room to get down. Let's be honest. I'm not mad at him in that. What a burger car.
Careful. Still there.
Got the boss on our outside now. We'll drive past him with
Hold your line.
ease.
Got one outside.
Bring this down on... Try to get it down. I mean, it's not really turning great. Might adjust that a little bit. I don't know. I did set it to 1 tick loose, but I mean, my bigger concern, I guess, is tires on the long run. So what do we have for a car here? We're rolling with Austin Hill and gonna pass him. So 20th place out of the gate. A little bit of a gap between us and Drew Groff Jr. Jeffrey Earnhardt didn't say his name once in the last race. He's in 18th place right now. We've got David Starr catching up a little bit, but we get a good run off of 4 out of 3 and 4. We really do have the better drive there. Kind of the opposite with the trucks for the most part. We'll usually get a good run through 1 and 2 and then a bad run out of 3 and 4. But in this one, it appears, and Vegas was the same way. We get a good run out of 1 or 3 and 4 instead of 1 and 2. Ooh, tap the brakes there. Avoid running into Groff. Earnhardt's a second up, though, and if I don't get around Goff, I'm going to have a hard time catching him because he just 2/10 on the backstretch. I'll stay in the middle of the track this time. See if I can take that run. Or can I... Yeah, we just don't have the power to do that in the middle of the track and get the run. We maintained, but we didn't pull on him like we did if we get down on the inside like that. So we'll have to keep that in mind. Obviously, our equipment isn't that of a 4 or 5-star team. So vying for victories outside of road courses and dirt tracks, which I don't know. Does this one have? Well, I guess we'll find out. I don't know if this one has Bristol dirt in it. I hope not. I love Bristol, and as you know, it was one of our early wins last season. We got the win at Eldora, which got us in the playoffs in the Truck Series last season, and then we went to Bristol and just dominated, which was crazy.
Stay on the bottom here.
Oh, we didn't dominate, but we won. A little bit of strategy. And then
Careful, still there.
you know, some hard racing is what it was, folks. Some hard racing is what got us there. Gotta be mindful here of Groff. We're getting a bit of a run being in his draft. And I should be able to get to his fender before the turn. Oh, wow. Halfway up the car before the turn. And I'll go into 3 and 4 that way. We've got Ray Black dove it in there, and he ran he ran around David Starr, and he took the position from us. There's not much I could do there, so I got a position, but I also lost a position. Maybe I can work with him as a faster car to get up to Earnhardt, who's got almost 2 seconds on us now. I don't know. I'm not sure how this is going to work. But also we got to consider our tires wearing as time goes on. Where are we at right now? Just 6 laps in. 16% wear on that right rear. So let's say it was 15% with 5 laps. That's going to be 60% wear. We should be fine as long as the car responds well to 40% tires. Like at Vegas, we were down to 20% at the end of our green flag run, and it was okay. So we could be okay here. It could be okay. This also may be our bubble, by the way, as now our tire wear is like everyone else's, so we're not going to get that late stage fuel stage, not race stage, but that late stage run that we were getting at Las Vegas. I'm just hoping we can continue to pull on Starr, Castle, and everyone behind them, so we don't have to worry about them. I guess I don't care so much about Black and Earnhardt driving away from us then, as long as we're maintaining our little bubble back here. 16 places up from last, and there's room for that to improve, whether it be through cautions and us pitting and moving up, or a plethora of other things that can happen in these races that we don't know. Somebody could crash out, someone could have mechanical damage, all things by cars in front of us that could give us free spots. It actually looks like Black is catching Earnhardt, because we took 2/10 on Earnhardt there, and Black is driven away from us 3/10, so he's definitely got a bit of a rocket ship that just all of a sudden engaged. Jeremy Clements out of nowhere. Out of absolutely nowhere. Wow. I didn't see that at all. And all of a sudden, all the cars are just right up on us. I do not understand what happened there to make all these cars all of a sudden just catch and start passing us. But this is, this is what I'm talking about. Our tire wear slows us down. We are already slower than we were. And they all of a sudden are driving faster. So what do? What they needed to do was, instead of giving you the terms normal, more wear, less wear, they needed to give you numbers so you could finite adjust it, like in Madden, for instance. You could make finite adjustments so you could really tune it in that the wear is right to what you do. Especially since everyone drives a little different. Maybe my setup wears the right front or the right rear a little bit more. But every single AI driver's wear appears to just feel like it's the same. And with that, we had 2 cars, Clements and Jeff Green, just like rocket ships kind of out of nowhere and fly past us. That doesn't make sense to me. We really are in this bubble. Let's go ahead and just do an early speed up. 11 laps left in our run. Let's speed up. and we'll be back on the mic with you when we're pitting for the first time. How about that? Just a little quickie speed up here. Nice. Why we didn't put anybody a lap down, but it's still nice that we got to come out through the caution. I don't know. Did they end up losing a lap because they were on pit road? Maybe. Regardless, that was nice. Oh, apparently you don't. Everyone who got off of pit road before the caution came out and is in front of us. Oh well.
Be ready here. Green's out. Let's go.
Back to 22nd place we go. Sitting next to Jeffrey Earnhardt.
Still there? Still there?
Yeah, we're not going to be able to. I was going to say, nobody's going to stay at. We're doing a $167 through a corner. We normally are doing about 160 around. Side by side drag racing with Jeffrey Earnhardt down the back stretch. Earnhardt on the inside, gonna take the spots. As Savoy gets the runoff and tries to battle it back on the inside of Earnhardt, now down the front stretch. He'll cross that finish line again side by side, just short on Earnhardt. As they go back to 1 and 2. High speeds, low traction, terrible equipment in this MHR racing car. A little bit of commentary for you guys, huh? Trying to get some runs here, trying to get some spots, but we were struggling. We weren't actually. We started, I don't know if you guys noticed, for those of you who watch the speed ups, for those of you who don't, it doesn't really matter, but for those of you who do, you probably saw I started to drive in the middle when we wore out our stuff, and we were kind of cruising. We were gaining on, I don't even know who was in front of us, to be honest with you. They were far enough away that I was only looking at the numbers, not looking at the names. Numbers on the relative, meaning they were like almost a second in front of us at one point, and towards the end of that run they were 0.6 seconds in front of us. And then we had Williams behind us, and he dropped way off after the two in front of us did end up pitting. But yeah, I'm running the middle a bit more now, and we gained on David Starr there, so maybe we should keep doing that. Landing Castle right on our bumper.
Stay on the bottom. Looking inside now.
Well, that's not Landing Castle. What is...
You're all clear up top there.
We're not a lap down. Oh, he's a lap down. Must have still been on pit road. One of the cars that got caught up on pit road. That's Harrison Burton right there. I'm like, how is Harrison Burton, who's normally up front, doing what he's doing right now? That makes sense. Different class of vehicle than we are, that's for sure. I said it in the last race. If I set these tires differently, we will be in the low 20s at best, probably. That's what this car seems to be, is a 20th place car. There's obvious variation, short tracks. We have a good accelerating car, good turning car. Top speed doesn't matter. road courses. I mean, you can out-turn somebody in each corner at a road course, and you probably got 11 to 15 turns to do it on each lap, which is why at Canadian Tire last year in the Truck Series, we were able to get that second-place finish. We really kind of got into a groove there, found out how we could take some of the turns at a higher speed, found out where we could do more than the other trucks could do, and it put us in that position to be really pushing for a victory there. And this year, with a better truck, I should expect that we should be vying for a victory. Landon Castle catching up to us. Then he can't stay with us because we got that drive off. As long as we don't run into the wall, which we aren't. We're fine, folks. Josh Williams in front of us. Of course, that's going to be who we're trying to track down to get into 20th spot here. We've got 14 left in the tank for this run, if it makes it that long. Landon Castle, Tommy, Joe Martins both really putting in that effort to catch him past us. That's not Landon Castle behind us.
Inside.
That's another car that's a lap down.
Careful, still there.
Is that LeBay? Yeah, it is. LeBay. Trying to think about, well, we're not losing Josh Williams. Landon Castle kind of catching on us a little bit. We're in LeBay's draft, so that may be helping us on the backstretch because we just don't have a really fast-powered vehicle outside of the draft. But I would love to be able to take a couple tenths on Williams, put a couple tenths back on Castle and Martins. Castle or Casile? I don't know. Could be Casile. Thought it was Castle. Anyway. We're doing all right with the cars behind us. Holding them at bay for now. Ish. It's really 3 and 4 that helps us a lot. And if I do in middle this time instead of trying to go all the way down, I might be doing better overall. Took 2 tenths off of Williams there doing that. So maybe can we do that 1 and 2 as well? Stay in the middle, keep our speed up. Maybe gain up on them. They're running the high line, which means he's probably running faster, but of course it's a higher, or it's technically, it's not the shortest way around the track, therefore, and I don't think it's really giving them a lot of a speed boost being up there. Who knows? We're kind of in this bubble right now. We're just kind of hanging out. And then all of a sudden, Castle and Martins trying to get on that inside and make a big run. Thankfully, we were able to get down there, thwart their attempts, and put ourselves back in a good spot. Trying to get moving here. Come on now. Williams getting a little bit bigger on our screen for a second there, but then I had to feather the gas to not get tight and go up into the wall. And now he's done a nice job there. Let's see what happens with Castle behind us, because he's gained up as well. We're going to get a nice run off through 3 and 4. Oh, yeah, a little bit. Not great, but it worked out for now. Yeah, I'm just kind of watching. I don't think we're going to be able to keep Castle off, and I don't think we're going to catch Williams. So, not great overall for us. Castle, again, not having the drop-off with the tire wear that we're having. And so he's going to get on that inside there, and we don't have that drive-off through 3 and 4 that we had earlier in our run. So we're sitting at 58% right rear with 8 laps to go in this fuel run. Again, being able to stay out longer than some of these drivers, though, that are pitting early is a big deal. Oh, wow. See, now this time, though, we get out of 1 and 2 and got a really nice run. Kept it off the wall, and now we're right here. I want to stay in the middle, but maybe getting down to the bottom is the way to go. Now I want to stay in the middle because I've got a run on Castle.
Still there?
But there you go. That's a perfect example of a car that just has the power. Way more power than us. They'll slow down through here because they handle these turns different than I do.
Still there?
But then you get on the backstretch and, oh, come on. Green flag stops. That's what we need, folks. Green flag stops. Whatever. Gained a spot. Not sure if the car that brought out the yellow is going to be on pit road right now, or we'll find out probably at the end of the race. Well, they're not on pit road. You can see right there. We got left 20 here. 37 there. Okay. We're going to go right to a speed up here. This will be the longest one that we do all race, and speed things up until the end of this stage. We've kind of maintained 22nd place, 21st place this whole time. So if we take a position or two, we're not coming back until either a caution comes out or we're pitting. Wow. I will not be pitting this time. Number of cars are. That's their strategy. I'm deciding not to pit. I see some smoke here. We see someone coming back up on the track. Big contact. And that is a net. And the number 1 pilot, Chevy Camaro. All right. I'm not pitting because it's a waste. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe it was the wrong decision.
All right, now,
we'll see what happens.
Going green. Ready? Green flag, green flag. Careful. Still there.
We might get run over pretty fast. I have no idea what's about to happen.
Still there?
Harrison Burton back up there in 2nd place with that same move, though. What do we got for gas left? 11 laps. All right, back to the speed up. We'll be back when we're pitting. actually going to pit this time around.
Outside.
It'll be 15 at the line for us. That'll mean that we can basically sprint it out and not worry at all. So I'm going to do that right now. Take this pit stop. Oh, I've never pit here, and I don't have anyone to base this on, so maybe I should think about what I'm doing before I do it. You know, why think when you can just do stupid stuff, right? Oh, there we go. Let's hit the grass. Let's get loose. Really? Why? Why?
Can't win them all, but we did finish.
Well, that's deserved. There. Now you guys get to enjoy that at the end, that big flip. That made no sense at all. Unbelievable. Oh well. Hope you enjoyed that crap. Well, at least by our crash, we ended up getting... Oh, shit! I insulted him on accident. You know what? This episode sucked for me. Oh, we've got another Xfinity race after this. I mean, that's great, but... Oh, wow, we race at Phoenix early this year. Okay. All right, in the next episode, you'll see Phoenix Raceway. Sorry we sucked in this episode. Thanks for taking the time to come out to watch this video, though. I appreciate you so very much. And until next time, and of course, as always, you take care.